Very lovely evening to you. Thanks for joining us on News at 6 on Superscreen television as we bring you news making the rounds on this hour. I am Precious Amai. We begin now with a report that the senator representing Kogi West, Dino Milai, says he has regained his freedom. The senator, who made the announcement through his Twitter handle, thanked God for escaping another dangerous attack. Milai also thanked Nigerians for their prayers and show of love. Away from that report now, the Benue State House of Assembly has suspended the impeached Speaker, Tekimbi Ikangi, for 6 months. Ikangi was suspended by 19 members of the Assembly who held plenary at the old banquet hall of the Benue State Government House, Makodi. You will recall that the lawmakers moved to the Government House to hold the plenary after being barred from the Assembly complex by the police. Majority Leader of House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila with other lawmakers have asked the leadership of the All Progressives Congress APC to appreciate its loyal lawmakers by ensuring that the first-time members of the House get return tickets. Gbajabiamila, who led the APC caucus in the House to meet with the party's national chairman Adams Oshomole, said first-timers who have acquired experience to become ranking members and have represented the party at the grassroots level should be compensated with return tickets.
Having said that, Mr. Chairman, I want to once again, our instruction 3 weeks ago at your place, not to rest, but to continue to fight for these members in front of you. A lot of them are customers. That alone is a case to be made. If we want this country to progress, we cannot continue to turn people around, turn members around. I will come back to the second time. But that alone, that customers who have acquired experience, who are now ranking members, who have developed the party at the grassroots level, they should be taken very serious consideration, no matter what. We have discussed this at length, and Mr. Chairman, I know you are doing everything you can, and you will continue to work to make sure that this, because if they don't come back, we're going to waste the first 6 months, first 1 year, training the new fresh faces. How does that help the party? How does that help the country? How do we move forward? These are the issues, and I know that you will do everything in your possible, your power, to make sure that you fight for these members the same way they are fighting for you.
Reacting, Oshomole said the party is working hard to produce only seasoned lawmakers to fly the party's flag at all times, urging members to imbibe the party's ideology.
What nobody has told me is that members have changed. If that is the case, if the members are constant, it is they, not structures, that delivers votes. So if you are at peace with your members, and there is someone who feel, who are you? You don't come every month to service me. What should service members? I have said to everyone, we will not impose decisions from here. You want direct primaries, you have it. So that you know who to worship. The only one we can help, if you are not at peace with your people, you know even if we nominate you, you will lose. Because the people will vote. But if you are at peace with your people, but someone else is not at peace with you, we reconcile you with the person, and your people will keep you in your office. So you hold your office not at my pleasure. You hold your office at the pleasure of your own people.
Gbajabiamila also revealed that the party has a new member from Ekiti State, Olamide Oni, who joined from the Social Democratic Party, SDP. Worthy of note is that the Speaker, Yakubu Dogara, was absent at the meeting. And still on politics, the Deputy Governor of Kaduna State, Bala Bantex, has declared his intentions to contest for the state's southern senatorial seat on the platform of the All Progressives Congress APC in 2019. Bantex, who disclosed this to journalists in the government house in Kaduna, said he will continue to serve as a deputy governor while pursuing this aspiration. Bantex, however, said he took the step due to what his people have gone through in the area of insecurity in the last 10 years and the inability of the leaders to rise against it. You will recall that the deputy governor had served as a member of the House of Representatives on the platform of the Action Congress, as well as a two-time chairman of Karura local government area of the state. A parliamentary group in the House of Representatives has affirmed their support for President Muhammadu Buhari and the party's leadership in the wake of mass defection of some All Progressives Congress APC lawmakers to the People's Democratic Party PDP. The group's spokesperson, Abdul Momin Jibrin, while addressing journalists in Abuja, affirmed their support for Buhari. Jibrin maintains that a group which cuts across party affiliation is formed to make sure that President Buhari is returned to power come 2019.
We want to, against the background of what has happened in the last few days, we want to state very clearly that we will continue to stand with the president. We will continue to support him. We will continue to support his policies in the House of Representatives. And as I have continued to say repeatedly, we are working with the blessing of the leadership of the House of Representatives. We have the support of the Speaker and other members of the body of principal officers. And we also wish to commend the National Chairman, who has done a lot in the last few days to see that he unites the party and see that he stabilizes the party. And I can assure you that as of today, we are cruising at the highest altitude. And for your information, even a lot of members and senators that have decamped are working behind the scene to find their way back to the party.
You will recall that several members of the APC at the National Assembly defected to the PDP and the African Democratic Congress, ADC. On now to Osun gubernatorial race. At Osun State High Court, sitting in Osogbo, has refused to grant the application seeking an order restraining the People's Democratic Party, PDP, from forwarding the name of Senator Ademola Adeleke as the party's candidate to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Justice David Oladimeji in his ruling refused to grant the order restraining INEC from recognizing Adeleke as the candidate of the party on the ground that he is not educationally qualified to contest the September 22nd governorship election in Osun. The judge held that considering the ex parte application, which was not served on the respondent, it would be improper and unjust for the court to make such order without listening to the other side. You will recall that the application was filed by two members of the PDP, Rashid Olabayo and Oluwaseun Idowu. Still on the news and now to matters of national security. The Nigerian Army has effected a shake-up in its high command of Operation Lafia Dole and other top positions in the force. Director Army Public Relations Brigadier General Texas Chukwu, who disclosed this in a statement, said Ahmed Diko was appointed the new theater commander of Operation Lafia Dole. Chukwu said the posting, which also reorganized the operation, is aimed at injecting new hands to further actualize the vision of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai. He also said the posting affected principal staff officers both at the Defense and Army headquarters, as well as general officers commanding GOCs. Members of the Osun State chapter of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners have continued with their protest over the alleged non-payment of the gratuities and pensions by the state government. Secretary of the Forum 2011-2012 retirees, Shola Olojede, said state government paid 100,000 naira gratuities to some workers out of about 5 million naira each of them was entitled to. Olojede also said the government had not been sensitive to the plight of workers and pensioners, adding that the governor owes them a 17 months pension. And now to immigration matters. The federal government has approved a 10-year validity period for Nigerian passports. The Comptroller General of Nigerian Immigration Service, Mohammed Babandide, who made this known, said the extended validity period would reduce the stress Nigerians went through every 5 years to renew their passports. This followed a presidential approval to change the face of the e-passport 10 years after it was introduced in the country. Babandide also said the new passport would cost more, but he did not reveal the new prices for the various categories of the passports. We'll take a break now and we'll return with business news. Do stay with us. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us on News at 6 on Superscreen television. Moving on now to business. The Vice President Yemi Osinbajo and some state governors have met with the Google for Nigeria team at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The Vice President, in his keynote address, said the federal government will work with the tech giant and other technological companies in the country to ensure that Nigerians have improved access to the internet. According to him, this will enable citizens to benefit fully from the great power of the internet that the internet offers them as creators and co-creators. The Vice President, who praised Google for its activities in the country, said he expects that the use of technology will play a key role in bettering the fortunes of Nigerians and Africans. Away from that report to the oil sector. The Nigerian non-oil sector, the Nigerian Export-Import Bank, Nexim, has given approval for the disbursement of the sum of 25 billion naira to exporters in the non-oil sector. Managing Director of Nexim Bank, Abba Bello, who disclosed this, said the approval of the 25 billion naira facility followed a review of various applications under the Export Development Fund. According to him, the review was done at a meeting of the Board of Directors held on Thursday in Abuja. Bello also said the 25 billion naira loan approved for non-oil exporters was expected to support about 15,000 direct and indirect jobs and facilitate foreign exchange inflow of about $100 million from non-oil sector. Report says the federal government is set to inaugurate the use of a new template for calculating the operating surplus payable by government agencies and departments deemed as revenue-generating organizations. According to reports, the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007 requires listed agencies to pay 80% of the operating surpluses into the Consolidated Revenue Fund while retaining 20%. The operating surplus is made up of revenues accruing to government agencies above what they are approved to spend at the beginning of the budget year. Up next is foreign and sports, but that's after the break. Stay with us.